Hi guys, my name is Emily Zwelling. I'm a CrossFit gym owner. I just recently opened a corporate wellness business called Easy Wellness. I'm a foodie, pretend chef, love of all fitness, and a huge animal lover. And I'm really excited because today we're going to talk about some real stuff, and this is what my channel is all about. It's talking about real things that people want to learn about, and we're not going to sugarcoat anything. If you do have children around, maybe add some headphones because we might have some content that you might not want your children to hear.
Some language.
Anyways, I'm super excited because I have my first guest, and her name is MJ Raney. I'm going to go ahead and let her tell about herself.
Yes. So my name is MJ Raney. I am an employee at Supplement Superstores. I work at our Edwardsville location. I am the co-creator of the S2 Fashionistas. We are a women's only Facebook page with over 3,300 girls on there. We get together a couple times a month. We do workouts, we go to nutrition seminars, we like to learn, we post workout videos. It's really awesome, it's totally free, you should totally join, shameless plug. I am a certified personal trainer with about 3 years of certified experience. Have always been a gym lover. I danced growing up, got into fitness a little bit in college, and then mostly after when I ended up with my own gym. And I really enjoy working out, obviously. I really enjoy helping other women kind of reach their goals, making sure they don't quit, stuff like that. And I am a resident flexaholic.
Ooh, get you some, girl. Okay, so today we are talking about something that MJ's very passionate about, and so am I. And we see a lot in this fitness industry through the years, especially helping thousands of people throughout this time, is people not following through with their journey. So this is, paths where you have a goal, you have it in mind, but you completely quit when it gets hard. And I think we see a lot of that.
Not only that, but you try so many different things and nothing works. So you just kind of like quit.
No, that makes sense. So what do you think is stopping people from basically seeing results?
I think that a lot of times people want to switch really quickly. Like nowadays with social media, which is a huge part of my life and what we do with the Fashionistas, there are so many different options out there. And 4 or 5 months ago, I'm really bad at time, keto was a huge thing. And before that it was paleo, and now it's vegetarian and vegan, and I'm gonna meat causes inflammation, and I'm having all these issues. There's always something new. And I think what happens is with social media so prevalent and different fitness stars preaching different routes, like people don't wait long enough to see if that route is good enough for them, and they make constant switches, which just leads to letdowns, because 4 weeks is not a long time. And so I think what happens there mostly is that people don't necessarily give up, but they switch too fast.
And I think a lot of it is too, people don't take in consideration bio individually. So what works for one person,
yes, I could never do keto. I love carbs.
Poison for someone else. Yeah.
Yes, fats. I don't want to sit and eat butter and bacon, and I like peanut butter, but I don't have a ton of fats in my diet. It's enough for good hormones, but I always know when I've overeaten on fats, I just feel watery and fluffy the next day. Keto would never work for me, so I would never do it.
Right. So I think people are looking at other people and saying, well, it works for them, so I should try it, and they try it for a few weeks in, or they try it, but they don't have the knowledge around it. So they don't have an experienced personal trainer,
or they get knowledge from the
nutritionist.
wrong place. Don't do that. Bodybuilding.com is not always the answer.
True. Why do you think people have this instant gratification attitude where they just have no patience? They're just like, well, I ate good for a day, I worked out for a day or a week, I should be seeing the pounds coming off, or I should be seeing some results. Where do you think this is stemming from?
So instantly, you should know that I'm not going to try me, but you didn't get fat, you didn't gain weight overnight, you're not going to get skinny or get fit or lose the weight overnight either. And I think what happens is, there's a couple different things. It's just the world we live in. Back in the day, I would have had to literally pull out a paper map to get to your house, and I can literally you sent me an address, I hit it, and it instantly tells me how to get there. And it's how life is for every aspect of our lives now. We have cell phones with internet access, app. It's just how we live nowadays. And I think the other thing is that with that, I'll probably talk about social media a lot because I do it a lot, but I think a lot of times what happens is you get people and you know, I think it's getting a little better with people being more honest and more real on social media. But anybody can take a before and after photo, slice it together, and write, I did this in 4 weeks. It's so easy to manipulate people nowadays, you know, and like, especially in the fitness world, like, and that's why I just, like, I try and be super real with our posts, like on my own personal Instagram, on our Fashionista page, like, look, like, you know, I made this cool transformation, but it took 90 full days. Like right now we're running a 12-week challenge. Like it takes time. You have to be consistent and you have to like actually put in the effort. And I think people just see what's put out there, you know, the latest magazine cover, if anybody reads those anymore, is like, drop 12 pounds in 3 weeks. Well, you and I both know healthy fat loss is 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds a week.
Yeah.
So like, I think people want that instant gratification, because it's what we're used to with like, even our smart TVs now.
Yeah.
But also a lot of social media, like, you know, people are saying, hey, you can do this in 4 weeks. Well, 4 weeks isn't a lot of time, you know, and if you're not consistent 1,000%, it may not be enough time at all.
Right.
And so I think that people see it because we're easily so manipulated through social media nowadays that people get upset because they're like, oh, well, this person did it then. I'm like, I guarantee that person spent like 18 weeks on those photos.
Yeah. And as far as instant gratification, I mean, we live in a world now where it's like, you want coffee in Starbucks? Oh, you're gonna
There's
get
one on every corner.
Right. Yes.
Like,
you're in a grocery store.
Yes.
Like, you can get things in minutes. So I think like as a society, we are getting to that point where everything is given to us so fast that we don't realize that we are just like milking the system. Like it's becoming us. And like MJ made a really good point is that, hey, it took habits, okay? It took
consistent
a year.
habits.
Yeah. If you're gaining 5 pounds a year, you know, in 4 years, that is 20 pounds.
Which on a 5'3" person is a lot.
Yeah. But what do you think got us there? Habits.
Oh,
These daily habits, okay?
Emotional eating, stress eating, you know, just, you know, what I see a lot too is, and I've noticed this a lot recently, is competitors that were like, now I've not competed, so I can't speak to like that whole level, but like competitors that were like super strict and super like on point, always on point. And then I see this a lot too now. They want to preach like, oh, that was so unhealthy for my mind and my body and all these things. And I don't disagree, but it's almost like an excuse because then they're like, oh, well, I found healthy habits and healthy eating. And they don't look bad by any means. You know, nothing annoys me more than an Instagram star who's like, you know, 5 pounds overweight on a 5'3", 90 pound frame. And they're like, well, I've been holding water, but I'm like, come on. Like, you're part of the reason that, now if you're sharing your story from an emotional standpoint, that's fine, but you're part of the reason that women have body confidence issues in the first place, because they look at you who's still like 100 pounds less than them and fit, and you're complaining that you're overweight. And I think a lot of that like is, you know, they quit competing and then they use this whole like, oh, I just want to be healthy, healthy mind, healthy life, and they gain weight and they're like, you know, oh, that's totally, you know, that's fine. Well, no, you still need to have good habits.
Right. And habits are everything. You know, I think people underestimate the power of these habits because, you know, if I said, hey, MJ, you're starting with me, I want you to go ahead and start by walking 10 minutes a day. You would look at me and be like, well, that's easy to do, but that's easy not to do, and it's kind of dumb. And it is simple, but it is that simple. I think people just overanalyze it. Well, 10 minutes a day, if you do that 7 days a week, that's 70 minutes, times it by a month. That's a lot of calories. That's a lot of good things happening for your heart. So I think people are just taking drastic attempts instead of focusing on, hey, this week I'm going to focus on my water intake.
One step at a time. Yeah, we've talked about that so much on our, like, we just started a 12-week challenge on January 7th, and it's like, you know, we have girls that are like, you know, down 10 pounds in 3 weeks. Well, that's freaking awesome. But they have a lot more weight to lose than someone who's not necessarily seeing the changes right off the bat. And it's like, we tell them that one step at a time, one day at a time, one meal at a time. Sal Frisella says that a lot too. But it's like, look, like one day is one day.
Right.
Then you get 2 days. Then you get 3 days, you know? And it's like, you'll see it. Just keep moving. Right. Start with your workouts or start with your diet. Whichever one you're more likely to stick to is where you should start.
Right.
For me, like, I have to keep nutrition on point because I love to work out, but like, I'm slowly learning that sleep is important too. So it's like, if I don't make it to the gym one day, that doesn't really freak me out anymore. You know, because I know that I ate my chicken and rice and I'm a very basic bro eater, but like I ate that all day, I'm good to go. Like, pick something that you know is gonna like help you get there and start there. And then next week work on something else, and then the next week work on something else. And eventually, you know, how long have you been doing it? Like 5, 6 years? Like, I've been, consistently working on like my nutrition and my body and stuff for 3+ years. Well, I'm still at a point where not every week is perfect, so just string them together and eventually you'll find a consistency with yourself. You'll find what works and it'll just be easy.
What are some general pitfalls that you see people, fall into? And then what do you think are some steps that they can do to overcome them?
So I think, this all really ties in together really well. And I think the biggest thing is that they don't see their results right away. And so they switch things up consistently. I think the other thing is that which I'm super guilty of, not as much anymore, but looking at other people and seeing how well they're doing or how quickly it's working for them. And it's not working as fast for them, or what their friend was doing isn't working for them, and they get discouraged.
Right.
And so I think that something to really, really, really realize is that everybody is different. Like literally, Emily's body is different than my body, and so like it's just important to realize that something is going to work for you. Like for me, I'm an intuitive eater. I don't count calories, I don't count macros. I could not tell you for the life of me how many I eat in a day, but I know generally from eating the same things how much I'm getting.
Yes.
And whether or not I'm overdoing it. That's 3 years of learning that though. That's 3 years of eating chicken and rice.
So do you feel like what you're saying is that when you've gone through, you're like, these foods work for my body, these foods don't work for my body?
Time.
Okay.
And so I think what happens is people get discouraged and they quit. And then what happens when they quit is they don't quit. They fucking just fall down the path. And it's like, well, I see this a lot. Like, I didn't follow my diet this week, so what's the point of going to the gym? Well, no, like, you still need to do something. Like, do something for yourself. And people, when they fall hard.
They're all or nothing.
Yes. And I think, social media is great in that way, though, which we see a lot on our Fashionistas page, is women fall off. And it may take them a while, but then they come and they get to the page and they make their post. They're my favorite fucking posts because they're like, hey, I'm really fucking struggling. Like, I'm not eating right, so that I'm not wanting to go to the gym, or I'm wanting to go to the gym, but I just, like, I have a family. My kids eat mac and cheese. I don't have kids, so I don't understand. But, it's like, and they fall so hard, but then there are places out there. There are communities of people to lift you back up.
Right.
They're my favorite. Women are struggling, and there's fucking 30 girls instantly that are like, you can do it, one step at a time. Just work on your meal prep this week. Just go to the gym 3 times.
And I think too is that people, if you need someone to help hold you accountable, hire a personal trainer, hire a nutritionist, hire a health coach, hire someone. It's
Come to
it's
S2.
an investment.
We will write you a diet for free. Another shameless plug. I'm so good at those, I feel like. Like, there are people out there willing to help you for free. I trained all of my personal training clients for free for the first year, just because I knew in the long run that would build me like a good, like, hey, we trust her, she really helped us, she didn't expect anything in return. Like, there are people that will help you. You just have to ask.
We get it. We're struggling. I've been overweight. I've been underweight. I've been training for something and been, I've been binge eating. I've had really bad relationships with food. Like, I've done it all. Tell me a diet I haven't done, or a diet pill I haven't done, and I've done it. So I can tell you just out of experience. Now,
I bet like a couple in 1 year.
Yeah.
But then you just find something that is like consistent.
Works for you.
You don't even have to follow a diet. I don't follow a diet.
Yeah.
Like, you just keep looking at it.
Yeah. There's a philosopher that says the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. If something's not work for you, it doesn't work for you. Be honest with yourself.
Give yourself time, though.
Yes.
If you're trying to diet, give it 8 weeks. 4 weeks is not long enough.
Yeah, no, for sure. What are some things you would say to someone who's about finding their worth? Like, we are more than just what we look like. Oh my God. We are more than that.
Yes.
We are more than that. Like, it isn't just about, a flat stomach or...
No.
Tell us...
So I think that if you're healthy and you are happy and you have a good mindset and you love yourself, that's important to me. And so, I put that out there constantly to, like, non-scale victories are huge on our page. We have a girl right now in our challenge who's literally losing weight, and when she gets to her goal weight, she's going to buy a ticket to Jamaica. Like, dude, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
Like, non-scale victories are so important.
Your worth is not your scale.
No! Who cares what the scale says? If you are happy and you are healthy, if you're 20 pounds overweight, but you have fucking perfect blood panels, or you go to the doctor and they like your
Yes.
life, who cares?
Right. It's progress, not perfection.
Absolutely. Every
One
single
day
day
at a
until
time.
the day you die.
Yes. And I think the biggest thing is it's hard and it's challenging, and we get it. It is so hard. But if you keep pushing and right at the brink where you are about to give up,
Just
that
keep
is
going.
the brink that will take you to the next
Fuck
level.
yeah,
And
you're
that's
doing it.
yes.
One healthy choice in your day, totally worth it.
Yes.
Totally worth it.
Okay, we're gonna end this with what I love is quotes. So MJ, what is your favorite quote to take away, you think, that just sits with you every day?
So something that I've really put into my own life a lot is the more you have, the more you have to give. So in my experience, like knowledge, that's, you know, personal life experience that you have. The more you have of that, the more you can give to other people. You can share what's worked for you, what's not worked for you. You can share, you know, something you learned out of an ASM textbook. You can share something you learned out of a leadership textbook. The more you have, and that's experience, knowledge, you know, personal things you've done, the more you have of that, the more you have to give to other people. And giving to other people, I'm telling you, is more fulfilling than anything in the entire world. So the more you can learn about yourself, the more you can try different diets, you know, the more you can share about things that you've done in your life. I really feel like that is the best way to help people. Like, just sharing everything that you've learned, everything that you've gone through, everything that you have, everything that's worked, that hasn't worked. And that's something we preach a lot on our page. Like, just share your story. It's totally worth it. If it helps one person, day made.
MJ, thank you so much for coming.
This
I
was
think you had a
awesome.
lot to attribute, and I think these people are gonna like take away a lot of really good information.
I'm so excited to hear it. This has been behind the scenes blast. Also on camera.
Yes. Welcome to Fitness Unfiltered, where we're talking about real stuff that you're going through because we understand. We've been there. No sugarcoating anything, right?
Fuck yeah!
So just a friendly reminder, we are not
No.
telling you specifically what to do. We just want to give you recommendations and the honest truth, and then you can make your decisions.